All right, now this episode was a bit dull in a lot of places. Characters made questionable decisions, some by not doing certain things where it's like, hey, why don't you do this to get certain results? Like, for example, at the start of the episode, a lot of fans are like, wait a minute, with the cop there and Heather snatching Michael away, why didn't Zach, like, pull up his coat or something to show, look, officer, the reason I took my son is because, and then showed him the bruises and whatnot. And I even did a short about how some people talked about how I'm surprised for Timor Zach didn't take photos of Michael's back or, his leg where he showed where it hurt because, those bruises and whatnot would actually help them in their case in order to regain custody from his mother. But some people have pointed out, well, maybe he didn't do that because perhaps Heather could try to flip it on him like, nah, he didn't have them bruises when I last saw him. And I'm thinking to myself, uh, well, I guess because we didn't see the bruises and whatnot, that's probably why. But when it comes to certain like scars and bruises and whatnot, it's not easy. I think it's easy to, pick between fresh bruises and scrapes versus, okay, I can tell this person's been pretty banged up for a while. Like, look at like the color of the sores and whatnot and the, the scars and everything. So, yeah, I do feel like it may have been a damning situation because it's like, look at the scenario. Zach and Fatima showed up out of the blue while his mom wasn't home. Some people have suspected that perhaps J-Bone, knowing that it was Madam's crew, opted not to say what happened to him, if he is still alive, that is, because when Heather pulled up, I'm surprised she didn't mention her boyfriend. The situation looks bad, unless, for example, you had an older woman who could vouch for Zach and Fatima because she overheard the whippings and whatnot. It doesn't look good for Zach in that scenario. So for him to scoop up his son without his mom knowing, and then wait a minute, where those scars and everything comes from? Where did they came? Where did they come from? That looks bad for Zach. So I can actually understand that. But I think, yeah, it's a coin toss on whether or not it would have been the right thing to do. I just hope that things work out in Zach's favor, which we eventually know they will because a nanny's coming into the picture next season. But in the next episode, they're talking about, going to get him again. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.